think we are live. Let me real quickly go ahead and check everything. Get it set up for y'all. All right. Let me check the audio real quick. All right, it sounds good. Did Cyber just say he's mewing? All right. So, been a second since we've streamed. Oh, I forgot there was a sign there. Been a second. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie, man. Had a lot of work lately. And I don't like blaming that as to why I'm not streaming, but it just demotivates you, you know. So we got a few things planned for today's stream. As you can see, I was netherite mining. I was gonna sleep, but guess not. All right. So, oh yeah, dude, why am I flying? I'm literally on a road. Like, what am I doing, bro? Just losing aura flying over an ice road that's faster. Anyways, so we got a few things planned on today's stream. We essentially have one of like three things we could do. We could netherite mine, which is probably not what we're gonna do since we already were netherite mining and we have a ton. So we could either netherite mine, we could do road construction, or we could like, you know, go just goof off and, look for bases and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But the first thing we need to do is get ice because there is part of the road construction we probably are gonna do, but to do that, I need ice, and I'm not going to be grinding an insane amount of ice, just a little bit, you know. But I do kind of want to just real quickly show off the road. We have a lot done, and the big issue with the snow biome, and this is also, like, when the stream first started, I was in creative mode, because I do just want to show real quick, slash give at s light block 14, there we go. I have had to put light blocks along this entire road, because I essentially came to a decision where it's like, do we want the build to look 10 times worse by spamming even more sea lanterns? Like, already, this is a lot of sea lanterns. Like, I feel like I would have actually wanted them spaced slightly more, but I feel like a 5 block spacing is kind of just optimal to have it lit up. But I decided, I was like, oh, I'm going to put light blocks purely so that snow does not collect. Because if not, it would have been a nightmare trying to build this thing. It's like snow is so annoying in builds. It's like it just makes it 10 times more complicated. I forgot about them lanterns. What do you mean them lanterns? But dude, all these sea lanterns you gave me. Oh, yeah, you're right. I need to get that wood. Slash fill structure voids on the ice. I mean, I could, but I think it's just easier to place light blocks, honestly. So yeah, there are some parts where the ice isn't fully, or snow isn't fully melted, but yeah, I mean, I just thought it'd be easier to do this. Because honestly, this is such a massive build anyways, it's like, and this is also a public works kind of thing, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it's admin abusing or whatever, putting the light blocks down. Where's my reward for them gaps? Oh yeah, I gotta give you a reward. But yeah, there are parts of the road like this where it did collect. I did place light blocks like just today though, so it's all gotta kind of, yeah. I'll get your reward after the stream, Seabass, if you're still around. Seabass did some valuable intel for me. So yeah, I mean this is essentially what the entire road would be like if we didn't light it up. It's really annoying. So I'm gonna skip past because I think yeah. We placed the light blocks though. It's just gotta take time to cure. Where's my bonus effects? Like what Rex got? Oh my goodness. Where's this? Where's that, Levi? Where's this? Where's that? I fought cancer. I need effects. Like, dude, shut up. Hop off my meat. You will get. Did I? I thought I already gave. You have something going. I swear you do. What does Rex have going? I didn't even know he had something going. I mean, he might have like speed 1 or something. I don't know. But yeah, we got a lot more of the road done. And dude, the snow piles up quick and it takes forever to go. I beat cancer, so I deserve. Okay, that's gay. But anyway, so yeah, this part of the road's going straight to Japan. We're gonna have to work out some logistics about how we want it to look in Japan and just everything like that. But it's close. It's going through Poland. But yeah, I mean the road. Once we finish this portion of the interstate, which has to go back to Germany as well, the road will probably be like 30% done. I feel like, or maybe not even that, maybe like 20%. This is a huge project. And I might not even finish it on this season. We don't know. Why does Rex have effects? I don't know. I think you got effects going. It was for something. The grind of study. Dude, I hate studying. That's why I'm not going to college, bro. I'm just like, I already have a rant against college, but dude, I would not survive in college. It's like, I don't know, school is not even a measure of intelligence. It's just a measure of just like how good you are at school. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's like, there are some things in life, it's a similar vein to like how something like fighting. Okay, well, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. This may or may not make sense. I don't know if y'all ever hear about the fighters that are like, oh, I could beat you up in a fight or whatever. And they're talking to like a just some guy that works out or something that's, big and jacked. It's like a similar argument. It's like the guy that's big and jacked can't win in a fight. Okay, I'm going to connect these things, I promise. It's like he can't win in a fight because that's not what he's training for. They're both, like, the fighter and him are both strong. And it's the same thing with school, I feel like, where it's like intelligence is a factor in both, but like school just measures your ability to be good at school rather than overall intelligence. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm bringing that up because I've actually been seeing a lot of memes. People are starting to clown all the fighters that are like, oh, I could beat you in a fight, talking to like a bodybuilder, and it's like, okay. I mean, I don't know. It's stupid. Fighters are weird, man. I respect all, the sport and the martial arts, but it's like I have people even in my family that are like, well, why are you lifting? I could beat you in a fight, or people could beat you in a fight. And it's like, dude, I'm not like, not everyone picks up a dumbbell and starts curling so that they can just kill people. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, so what the heck? Okay, I'm gonna have to read. See, all I look down and see is he's threatened to shoot me up. Dude, I need to do something with this. We didn't turn this into the museum. Because, like, dude, this is such a massive structure, and nothing got done with this at all. Like, I spent so much time and resources building this ugly thing. Actually, I don't even... Okay, take the lawn away, because the lawn is really tacky. Light the building up more, give it slightly more texture. It would not look terrible. But, dude, it's like, just nothing got done with this. We'll turn it into something after the road's done. Oh, I thought the road broke or something. I was retarded. Alright, we need to, man, what are we about to do? Oh, yeah, we gotta get ice. Can I design? Yeah, I mean, dude, whatever you want to do to make it look good, go knock yourself out. Yeah, because it's like, that's my issue with mega builds, is I start a mega build, and I finish the, like, hard part of the mega build, and then just get too demotivated and don't follow through and finish the details and everything. Dude, this stick drift is actually so annoying. I don't know if y'all can see this, it's bad. Yeah, dude, that project just got me so demotivated. I spent like a month on it, and it's like, it shouldn't have even taken that long, but it really did take forever, because I kept changing my mind, and I kept having to grind resources and stuff. I'm a lot better at mega builds now, because I grind stuff before I do it. Like I get the thing with the ice road is I basically had all of it. I will read your message in a second, Seabass. I'm sorry. I just want to explain this before I, you know, read it. But I don't even go through the nether and cover some distance because I don't think there. Well, no, I'll try. I'm not that good at building, but when it comes to environment building, I'm in. Yeah, that's like the one thing I'm trash at. I mean, I'm not really that good at building overall because for me, Minecraft has a certain look to it, and I almost feel like Minecraft is supposed to look simple and blocky and ugly, and like I don't know. I mean, like that's just like morally how I feel. I don't know, not morally. That sounds weird, but like that's just my vibe. And when people go ultra detailed, it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, but that's just not how I like compute. I don't know. But yeah, what I was gonna say is like, dude, I yeah, what was I gonna? Yeah, it's like now when I do projects, I get basically all the resources first, and I also too, I've just gotten so much more patient at grinding for resources. Back then, dude, I did a project like that castle thing, and I was like, oh, this took forever. Oh my goodness, it's so annoying. What is this? How have I not seen this? Oh no, I've seen this. Someone tried to build a country here or something. I forgot who did this. It might have been Dirt Bike Kid, actually. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, I get, now I'm a lot better at it because, dude, I've just had to grind for so much resources now. And also Deep Breaker. Deep Breaker has actually, like, impacted the economy so much in a good way. I swear, I was a Deep Breaker, like, hater. I thought Deep Breaker was so stupid, but, like, I don't know. I like simplistic buildings with the environment being the real centerpiece. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I don't really care about I don't know. I like I like the builds looking simple and ugly. I know other people don't like it, and I know it's ugly. Like objectively, it doesn't look good. But I feel like that's Minecraft. Like you don't build Legos to make it look like ultra detailed and everything. There are ultra detailed Lego builds, but I feel like that misses the mark in a lot of ways. It's like the whole point is simplicity. I don't know. Seabass said some random little, I'm not going to say that word because I don't want to get clipped, told me good boy when I'm 2 times his size. Yo, what is this? And he's a freshie and I'm a senior. As soon as I started walking towards him, he started shaking and threatened to shoot me up. Bro, what? Sounds like he's about to pee himself. Dude, what the heck? I mean, yeah. What is this, bro? I swear, it's like I don't know what like happened on the server, but there was just a period where everyone was making bases. Like you had the continent, you had like the continental like countries, all that, Poland, USSR. Literally, people would cross the ocean and then build secret bases, and they're just they're everywhere. I'm not saying that was a secret base, but like, dude, I swear I have no clue why people would do that. It'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna paddle across the pond and then just, put all my stuff here. There's more. There was another one that was like a pillager farm or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's like in the north or something. I'm way past Vendaya. I mean, that was like probably Spy Mummy's base, but no, I'm past the like border of claimable land. We're looking for ice. Germany might have the weirdest build style. Cobblestone, spruce, blacks. The sandstone is throwing me off. The other ones are good. Me and Seabass are super seniors. That's not how that. Okay, whatever. Super senior all moment. Levi, if you watch a short fighting anime, you should watch. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. You should watch Kenichi if you want a short fighting anime. 50 episodes, which that is short. Dude, it is one of the best animes I've ever watched. Kenichi is so good. It had a lot of fan service, though, sadly. Honestly, I used to not care about fan service, but now I just find it a little annoying in a lot of ways. I find it annoying because other people find it annoying, and it makes stuff harder to share. I was talking, there's this older guy I know, right? And, like, I knew his family and everything, and I was friends with, like, his son and his daughter. And he's not that old, but he's one of those unks that's, like, into anime, I get. Like, our generation now, or not our generation, it's like there's a generation of unks that are not quite like boomer level, but they're like watered down Gen Zers, and he's like one of those. And I was talking to him about One Piece, and he was like, "Oh, is there any fan service in One Piece?" And I'm not even thinking about it. You know, I'm not even paying attention to it. I'm like, no, I don't think there's really that much. There is a lot, and I'm just like, I just don't care about it. But then it like ruined his whole perception of the show because he just really did not like fan service in the show. And I'm like, now I don't like it because other people don't like it. I really don't care if it's in there. I'm not really paying attention. Why is there a single piece of ice here? Oh, there's more. Why is it always night, dude? I swear. We're almost on day 40,000. We're going to do an event for day 40,000. Dude, the day we hit 100,000, we're doing an IRL server meetup. We're doing an IRL, like, server fight. Like, we're just going to fight each other in IRL. Why do I say like that? In IRL? In real life, dude, I'm such a weirdo. My uncles are so against anime, they're making sure their kids focus on not using... Oh, they're one of those. Yeah, that's the thing, is it's like, listen, electronics, or the whole, like, debate against the, internet access and all that stuff, it's like, okay, I see their point. And to an extent, I have tried to, for example, not be as addicted to my phone, which that's gone out the window. But my Blicky, oh, you're Blicky. Oh, okay, that took me. I thought he said Bilky. I was like, what on earth? Oh my goodness. That is a tall mountain. How much you want to bet there's an ancient city under it? We're not looking for ancient cities, though. I think I'm going to add a notch apple crafting mod. I'm thinking about it because it's like the issue to hyperinflation due to duping is not to counter it, it's to just embrace it and make the duping worthless. I don't know, dude. I mean, it's like, okay, Paj ruins the server economy and we still haven't even recovered from it. And it's like, okay, gapples are such a huge thing, and it's like, I don't want to add it. Yo, we found a mansion. I guarantee someone's been here. Someone made a base out of a mansion. I think we showed it off on stream. Yeah, there's another portal. Probably use chunk base. I don't think it doesn't look like there's nothing really here, though. Mansions are cool, but they're not really all it. There's nothing really there. But yeah, no, dude, it's like, I swear, the economy is so inflated. It's like, I don't want to take away notch apples, but I realize notch apples will never be worth the grind because there's always someone out there with just a few illegal stacks, and it's like, all right. So I'll probably, if we doing that, I'm gonna go, bro. Why am I'm like sitting here yapping, and y'all are talking about just shooting each other? I swear, I'm like, need to pay attention to the chat. I'm sitting here, the economic and political state of the world, while Seabass is being a ghetto. I'm gonna shoot you, cyber, long range. What was I yapping about? What the dude? Well, I just see a DM. I look down because I have my phone displaying the chat, and I just see a DM from Chicken Dorito that says, "You're the black one, by the way." No, like I guarantee he sent me a message before this. I don't know what that's even. I just look down and I see that. Okay, I need to land. Oh, we got ice spike. Can there be blue ice spikes? Can someone search that up? There probably wouldn't even be that much ice in it, though. I think an iceberg would be a little bigger. But can there be like a blue ice iceberg? I've seen pieces of blue ice in a spike, but I don't know if there's solid blue ice spikes. Like, there is blue ice icebergs that are solid, but they're rare, and I don't know if it's the same with the spikes. Honestly, ice spikes is such a W biome. They need to make like a big ice spikes. Massive. All right, let me read chat. Levi, where? Okay, yeah, I already responded to that. Oh yeah, I was gonna debate the electronic debate. Talk to myself about it. IRL. I guess I'll start working out again, dude. You need to be working out anyways, not just to prepare for the fight. I swear, the lifting grind has been like the best thing I think I've ever done. Because also too, one thing you realize when working out is like you start to realize how like pathetic you are and like how like not just physically, you start to realize like dang, I don't got much going for me. As bad as that sounds, but it's like it gives you something else to go. It really develops you a lot. I feel like it adds like another base of support to you as a person, I think, in a lot of ways. If you take it like really seriously, like if you go kind of all the way with it. Going with blickies, I can't use my arm, so I gotta compensate. Dude, Cyber, you need to I don't even know what I was gonna say. Like they used to have those guns in the 1800s. Like they had ring pistols. They had like I think they had one in their boot. Have a pistol in your mouth or something. I don't know. Be like have like a smoke a pipe, but it's like a gun. And if Seabass makes you mad, you like lick the pipe a certain way, and it just bang. I need to invent that. That's $1 billion industry right there. Mouth cigar pipe guns. If we're doing that, I'm gonna go long range. 80% of dupe riches got erased, and then 10% I had kept got stolen by a hacker. Then I got banned. So there's another. When I got banned, when did you get banned? I'm leaving Broken Coal like Yamcha. A Kuma laser, yeah, be like Kuma, but it'd be with a pipe, so you'd have more aura. You'd be like, I imagine you just like you have your pipe gun, and then you have like your normal pipe, and you're smoking a pipe. No one smokes a pipe anymore. I don't even know why I'm saying that, but like that's the only way you could conceal it. And then you just like take the pipe you're smoking out of your mouth, and then just put in a different pipe, and they're like, "What's this guy doing?" And then bang, head goes flying. I don't know. Why am I thinking about it right now? It's so stupid. Uh, no, dude, 80% of duped. I'm actually willing to bet it's the opposite way around. I think 10% of duped stuff has been erased. You'd really be surprised how much like stuff is just out there. It's almost like how only like 5% of the ocean or whatever the crap they say has been explored. It's the same thing with dupe stuff. It's like there's so much out there. When I raided your base, I got banned, and within 99% of my riches got X. No, your riches didn't get X-ray too. Rex knew where they were and just pawned them all off. No, yeah, I think that's what happened. But yeah, I mean, like I never got compensated. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what you. Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like I really don't know what you had, and also I know a lot of what. Like, I'm not gonna point and accuse, but I just know that you, Rex, and Broken Colt, like that whole trifecta, it mostly is just duped loot. Like, let's just be honest, Cyber. Let's just call it as it is. Back in 1740, whatever, 1767, 67, um, someone killed Paj or whatever, and then Paj's loot got, like, dispersed across the world. And now everyone is like, that's my loot! And it's like, no, it's actually Paj's just duped loot that you stole from this guy that stole from this guy that stole from this guy that stole from Paj. I mean, let's call it as it is, all right? I hate to say it. Me and Seabass are probably the only people with like fairly legit loot. That isn't just building mats, obviously. Even building mats, even building mats. All right, blue iceberg already. Let's go. Just saying. I was building mats. All of my war stuff is in my energy. Oh, okay, it's building mats. Even building mats, dude. Come on. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Like, Paj completely screwed the wood economy. I swear, there's no reason to grind for wood anymore. You just, I don't know, go raid some random guy's base, and I guarantee you'll have like 1 billion wood shulkers from Paj. I don't know why he duped wood. Like, that's just the most annoying thing to dupe. It's like, thanks a lot. It's like, I don't know. I'm glad he didn't dupe stone, though. Still got that. Still got that industry. To my knowledge, my loot is probably 70 to 80. Well, not the issue with your loot, but the thing is, you have farms. Whether or not you grinded for all your loot, Seabass, that's still up for debate. But, oh, if it's from me, then yeah, it's like, it's all legit then, because, no, dude. spend hours. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm an angel, every 100% is legit, but like, yeah, no, all the stone, all the mats, yeah, I'm not spawning that in. But no, if it like, I mean, you have farms to back it up though. I mean, that's the thing. Is like, I asked someone like Rex. I like audit Rex. Where did you get 10 shulkers of emerald blocks? Well, you see, I got one villager in my basement a billion blocks away that I don't know the coordinates to. It's like, really? Okay, come on. See, I actually went from every extreme hills biome and mined the emeralds myself. It's like, shut up, Rex. Shut up. It's like, no, we know it's duped. We know you were sucking Paj's meat years ago or whatever. We know he gave you 100 emerald shulkers. It's like, dude, come on. We know all the diamonds are duped. 90% of the emeralds are duped. Like, that's the thing. Go grind for it yourself, and then you'll realize how much stuff's duped. Because I did the emerald grind. Is it plausible? Yes, but like, is it realistic when you see Rex on once every week? Yeah, no. Cyber says the dupe building mats was wood. I don't want my tough and iron that I got from the uranium. Tough and iron? Oh. I mean, just send me a list of all that. I mean, if it's just like, okay, if it's like that stuff, yeah, I can give it back to you. But no, yeah, I'm not saying that's all illegitimate, but I'm just saying like in general, if you were talking about a lot of war supplies, I mean, I don't know the full situation, but I also know that like essentially Broken Colt opened the floodgates and raided Paj and like exposed all the corruption. And then from then on, the server was never the same. Peach and his 40 German kid. Oh, dude, they didn't grind for none of that. No, Peach, like, okay, what this was Peach's exact claim. He said he got on one day, and for like a week straight, they just grinded stuff and never saw them again. No one saw these guys on. No one knows who they are. I even checked the logs. Like, all the names he added never even got on. I don't even know if they were real, to be fair. It might have been another Broken Colt fear tactic. But, I mean, he did have a big army. To be fair, there was one time he got like 10 people on or something. So, like, I do believe it a little more. But when Peach did that, like, he got all these mats out of nowhere, and it's like, yeah, he had like a stack of netherite blocks or whatever. Okay, yeah, it's probably BS. 50% of my riches are from my farms. Well, yeah, but that's good because that means you have a farm to prove it exists, you know. I mean, it would be one thing to say, Levi, I got like 10 shulkers of emerald blocks. And then it'd be another, you know, and it's like, okay, where'd you get them from? And it's like, you can't really prove it. Versus like, I have 1,000 villagers in this super compound where we're, you know, cooking up stuff. I don't know. Making it sound like Breaking Bad. Only technical hack stuff I have is memorabilia that I got from Reddit. Well, I'm not saying like hacks, like, okay, if it's explicit hacked war kits, yeah, but I'm saying like duped. I'm really glad we did not give Paj admin. I was close to doing it at first too, and I can't remember. Someone warned me. Someone told me not to do it. I don't remember who it was, but they were like, they convinced me. They're like, dude, just don't do it. I was like, I guess. Bro, I know my crap is illegal, but it was created 4 years ago. I mean, it depends on what it is. If it's like all just like stacks of netherite blocks, and yeah, no one. I will say, very few people have duped netherite in mass. I don't know what it is. Like, you would think netherite would be duped to Kingdom Come, but it really hasn't been duped a ton. That's like the one riches that like you can grind for, and there's still an economy for it, I guess. There still is a lot of duped netherite, but nowhere near the amount of like diamonds or gold or something. You've seen how I play anyway. Well, yeah, I mean, I've been to your bases. I know you work efficiently, but also too as well, I know that a lot of the hacked or duped stuff you do have was like legitimate sales as well. I'm not gonna knock people a ton if you bought something off someone and you didn't know it was duped, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like the big thing I was calling cap on with you, Seabass, was I think it was like your gold. It was like gold or emeralds or something. I don't know. There was one big thing. Rex still tries to act like nothing happened with him wanting to be a builder, even though he snitched on me. Dude, yeah. I get my get back when I come back. Swear to the cyber. Like, server dies, and then all of a sudden, like one day, no one's playing. Cyber comes back, and he's like, he's got. Where was I even gonna go with that sentence? I don't know. Cyber's gonna come back for a vengeance. That's all I was gonna try and say. But nah, dude. Yeah, it's like, listen, I love Rex, but well, okay, him and Broken Cold are just not a good combo. I mean, being honest, Broken Cold is a D1 rage baiter. He's a D1 rage baiter. I don't want to take sides anymore in this whole thing because it's like, okay, I know Rex is not. Rex is evil. Broken Cold is evil. They're both annoying. They're both toxic. Whatever. It's like I don't even care at this point. Like I just screw them both. Like I mean, I'm allied to Rex right now. He's building. He's done a lot of good. We're at war technically, but it's kind of just a more for fun style thing. But it's like I do have a little bit more respect for Rex though, because there is a lot more like contribution to the community. He's added more people. He's building a lot more stuff. But I mean, I also realize too, it's just like, dude, come on. It's like I know your playbook, and I know your playbook is when you have a lot of power, you're gonna warmonger and fearmonger and threaten to fight everyone. When you don't have a lot of power, it's like, okay, I'm a builder that can't harm a fly or whatever. It's like, I don't know, dude. Rex will sell. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with his mouse getting broken, to be fair though, but it's whatever. It's like, I mean, again, I don't know the whole situation, but I just know that I've been running this server too long to know that the excuse of like, oh, well, I just want to be neutral and build and be peaceful or whatever. Seabass is the biggest yapper about this. It's like, okay, yeah, you really don't. You just lost your aura. You lost your steam, your power. Either it's like you're either too mid to do anything, or you like reach a point where you become too good to do anything. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's what happened to Chicken Dorito. Like he just got to a point where he just conquered the entire server. Everyone was either sucking his meat or was like making death threats toward him. But it was like to a point where it was like the competition just disappeared for him. So it's like he just had no more point. But then also you get someone like Seabass. No disrespect, bro. Seabass just got his cheeks clapped so hard where it's like there's just nothing he can do. I mean, it's kind of the same with me, but I got to run the server, so it's different. Never trust Rex, so the alternative one had to be built. The gold, because yeah, the fire spread. That's just something I can't allow. So there's too many wood buildings. He has no true allies. Yeah, and that's another thing. Broken Colt doesn't either, because Broken Colt, that is one thing I will say. They have a lot more in common than they think, but yeah, it's like I feel like what honestly started ruining the server in a lot of ways was like after Chicken Dorito quit, dude, so many people just became like money first in a lot of ways. This is the deep question of humanity, money first. But it's like, I don't know, it's like there's just no alliances. I feel like now it's starting to flip the other way because almost in a lot of ways people have enough money to where it's like they don't really care. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. There's too many people that are like, okay, Cyber's my ally. I will defend him to the end. Here's a shulker of emeralds. Levi is my ally. I will defend him to the end. It's like, and Broken Colt was that way. Dude, I remember during the Emperor event, we were having to like keep Rex on a payroll to get him on our team. So it's like, I don't know. I I really hope Rex, adds people, fights, conquers, expands, but I also hope at the same time like he has substance on the server and it's not just like pay me or something, or like pay me so I don't invade you. I don't know, it's just this. The problem with the netherite economy is that it's mostly supported by me and you. Yeah, but I don't trade in netherite. I accept netherite, but I don't sell it because I always need it for kids. That's the thing. Netherite's different because something like diamond is more of a currency because diamond's worthless. Like, to be fair, you can get all your diamond stuff from villagers. There's no reason to have diamond. Besides maybe like trims. That's about it. That's the only thing I can think. So, I mean, something like diamond, I trade in a little bit, not so much anymore because it's been duped. But netherite is like the reason the netherite economy is so lucrative, I think, is because it's one of the few things that if you sell in it, you can, I mean, you can buy anything with netherite. I mean, even if someone says, oh, I don't care about netherite that much, they will start getting on their hands and knees and barking for you if you have enough netherite. Like that I feel like gives it value because something, notch apples and netherite are the big thing, but notch apples have been duped too much. And also, if you're not like in active war, it's not as reliable. So I don't know. Uh, I consider my real allies to be Uish, Inchi, Seabass, Balk, and Giga. So everyone but me and Rex. No, I'm kidding. Um, I mean, dude, that's the thing about Balk. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, Balk was kind of doing the same, bro. Like, yeah, it is a war server. It is a Minecraft server, so it's like there is a degree of just like, all right, you can't take it too seriously. But there is another aspect of it where it's like, all right, okay, you can at least have a little backbone and say, I want my country to do this. I want it to be this way. I want it, to either be a building country or I want to conquer the entire world. And that's like the reason I feel like the old server had a lot of steam going for it was because you had a country like the USSR where our policy was like support new players, support development, support building, all et cetera, et cetera. And that pushed the server, I feel like, pretty far. Even if the builds are ugly, it still pushed it far. You had a country like Seabass, which was like, you know, essentially the money country. It was like the Jews, oy vey, we need to set up the banks. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that was Seabass. It was just like the make money, set up a small country, essentially just economic development, build tons of farms, base, move money. You had Chicken Dorito, who he stood for like, I just want conquest. I want to fight, but it wasn't mindless. It wasn't what it is now. And I mean, even Cyber, even your country was like, let's build Japan, let's create Japan. But like, and now it's just become too money focused, or it's become too just like there is no focus anymore. So we need to return to that. Like we need to have more like value and pride, like in what you're trying to create. I feel like. I got my cheeks clapped because it was always unfair. Yeah, well, I'm not saying it was like because you were a trash PvPer. I still put you in a very high tier because your defense is insane. But I'm just saying you just reached a point where there wasn't much we could do overall. Just become irrelevant and you'll survive forever. Yeah, but again, it's like, what's the fun in survival if you're in a war server? It's like, come on, man, neutrality. That's like defeats the whole purpose. That's like going to a ice cream shop and I don't know, buying the water they have in a vending machine or something. I don't know. It's like, dude, it's just stupid. It's like, why even go in there in the first place? Get water from a fountain. Same thing. You can get peace from a single player world. I grinded netherite when I first started, so I've been sitting on 30 blocks, but I got nothing. Dude, use it on kits. I mean, I know with you, Cyber, I know a lot of your war material, I think, came secondhand. Like, either you bought it, or you stole it, or you raided it. I don't know where it all came from, but, I mean, the biggest manufacturers, me, Seabass, basically it, that wasn't duped. I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm using netherite all the time for kits. Because, I mean, you gotta think, you make a war kit, 3 sets of armor, 3 tools, that's 12, that's like 21 pieces of netherite in each shulker box, approximately. So, dude, that voice crack was horrible. So, I mean, yeah, that's quite a bit of netherite you're shoveling out. That's like a little over 2 blocks per shulker. Can I invest my netherite in for real? For real? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm saying right here, netherite is still really valuable. At the very beginning, people were duping it, but it's gotten to the point where I think all the dupe stuff was either used or traded or destroyed. Now, basically, all the netherite's pretty legit, I would say. There just wasn't enough duped. Like, Margad had a illegal, like, stack of it, but again, it's on his person. He doesn't play the server. Peach had an illegal stack. I actually bought some of Peach's, but it's all used up again. So it's like, I mean, yeah, the netherite economy, I've been grinding for netherite, but yeah, it's running dry. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, it's there. You always have a place in it. I feel like I already got kits. I made a third of them when I had a massive trading base. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you can always use more kits though. I mean, because that's at the end of the day, I feel like that's the big deterrent, or not deterrent, but it's like you also got to think about it. Like war is something that PvP and everything matters, but also kits and money matters a ton as well too. That I mean, that's kind of how Seabass was able to make it for a while in his country because he just had enough supplies. I mean, someone like Chicken Dorito was literally running around Poland starving. I mean, starving. That is not a joke. He had no food, and all of his war kits came from whose base can I raid, or who's gonna lend me this, or who's gonna, like I mean, it was just this constant like begging for stuff, getting all this, and sadly, yeah, that can lead to you being in a pretty bad spot. And even though you might have enough war kits, you got to think about armor breaking. You got to think about, new people getting on, being able to supply people, being able to even pay people, I guess, if you need mercenaries, if you need troops. Like, it's always good to have it. And it is also a form of trade as well. Like, a war kit is a commodity, it is a currency in its own way. I've never been in a major war, so I'm sitting on bank loads. I mean, I think I'm sitting on quite a bit as well. I don't like using my war kits though. I like having them as like a stockpile, almost in a lot of ways. It's more menacing that way. Um, yeah, that is also another thing. We need to bring back long wars, or not long wars, but like wars that follow through. That's why I'm trying to go to war with Rex. But we did like two battles, but we haven't done anything really since then. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing. We need to have like a unserious attitude towards war, but also a serious one to World War IV win. We're getting there. We need absolute warfare. No one wants to actually. Well, no one wants to actually fight because, I, I mean, essentially, like the server at one point was undeveloped, and it was like, or it was, maybe a quarter of the development it has now, if that. It's maybe a fifth. I mean, the server in the past 2 years has gotten insanely developed, but it's like you have this level of development and it was not enough that people were not scared to fight. It's like, okay, I got a shack and a dirt hut. Let's go do this. I got nothing to lose. Chicken Dorito quit, and the big provocative spirit, the big, like, kind of fighting force left. And then after that happened, we switched to, the spin off servers, as y'all remember, came back, and then we kind of just reached this point where no one had the military strength to surpass each other. Like, me, Cyber, and Seabass were almost all like even in terms of faction wise. And so we all just stalemated, and since we had nothing to do, we just built, and now everyone is like emotionally attached because they have like a million buildings and like stuff everywhere. And it's like I don't blame them for having that attitude, but also your buildings aren't going anywhere. Like, I mean, that is a point of the server. It's like, no, I'm not going to allow someone to take your country and bomb it all. If you build something, it will stand. So, I mean, even though you lose ownership of it, it's like, really, what does that even mean? Like, I don't know. Like, what are you using a shack for, anyways? Server was more active because people were younger and had more. I kind of disagree. I feel like it was just mostly. It was mostly the wars, but also I feel like too what was like I mean you got to think like yeah people were on more but there also was not as much activity as you think. The server was still dead for the most part, but there was the wars just kept it alive. The wars, the fights in the Discord, the 24/7 arguments. This is why I don't ban Rex because we need fighting from time to time. We need arguments. The last true battles when I had my fight with Seabass and we could still use maxes. Maxes? You mean maces? Oh, yeah, no, that was not the last true battle. Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor event I love. I actually feel like that was one of our best events. But the Emperor event like started a ton of wars purely just to like upgrade effects. And I don't know, it was scuffed. It revived a lot of the server, but it did scuff up stuff because people were just starting wars to get a stronger emperor effect, and then the emperors couldn't ally, but all the emperors were all like allies before that, so they didn't want to fight each other. And it's like, I don't know, we made the emperors to represent like a faction, I guess. Oh no, mangrove. You know, I do need to get mangrove, and this is a giant forest. I really don't want to do it, but I guess we got to get to it. Oh well. Get to chopping. We got enough ice. Well, we don't have it. We need a lot more, but still. Might as well get to it. Shut up. Also, is because, yeah, no, there is that. I won't even lie. We need more streams. Naked afraid. Yeah, but also, you do got to take one more thing into consideration. After Mojang banned hacking, the server, there is a noticeable trend between when Mojang made hacking like ridiculously hard and when the server started to decline. Because it's like, dude, you would be surprised how many people were just on to hack. It's a crazy amount. All right, we're making a day. Um, my Admiral fight when I was naked afraid versus everyone, and I lost because I got greedy and didn't eat a gap. I don't remember that fight. Actually, oh, you're gonna go sleep. It's all right. Good night, Cyber. See, mangrove is such an annoying wood to get. The hacking didn't affect me at all. Okay, because I'm not a hacker. This guy. One of these days, I'll prove it. No, I'm kidding, but no, I'm just saying it. Like, you would be surprised. We get tons of people that just get on to be like, "Ooh, I want to bomb the server," and I mean, I guess that is a form of activity. I guess I don't know. Mangrove. Dude, there was one server, I got a shulker box of this, and no one bought it, and I stayed up like all night. It took me 2 days or something. There was no reason for me to do this. Now I want it back. Became the fourth. Oh, I remember that. Dude, yeah, Mars, I don't know what happened to Mars, but I really wish he would come back to the server. Because Mars was such a, like, dude, he was such an inspiring force, and he really honestly got mad when we made you the fourth emperor. Like, that was the whole point of the event. There is four emperors in One Piece, and I had three because I was like, all right, it just makes a little bit more sense population-wise. So we had three, and then we added the warlords, and then we had to kind of roll back on some of that. But it was all, like, still experimental, and it was kind of building up to the One Piece server. And after we went to the One Piece server, dude, he just didn't like it. I don't know. I do wish Mars would come back though, but yeah, he was like he really just did not like the server shift. Stream on Friday, Saturday. I'll try to. I'm telling you, there is so many times when I want to stream and I just forget. Like you'd honestly be surprised. I forget stuff very easily. Should be reminding me. But yeah, I mean there is also times as well too that like I want to stream, but I also like want to grind at my pace as well. Like I do have other stuff to maintain and to operate and to do, and it's like okay, I can't do that on stream. Or if what the heck? Oh man, stupid bogged. I think that's what that thing is called. Those other skeletons make like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them. Just stick to the old server and stream, and if the server grows, then you can do more crazy experimentals. Yeah, I don't. We're not going to change seasons anytime soon. I'm kind of done with that for now. Like the previous world was like really bad. It was bad because people rushed it. People were just like, I announced it too early, and people were like, "Oh, I want it," and I'm like, and then they purposely like killed this server because they wanted it, and then I'm like, okay, you wanted it, it's not done, and then yeah, it just didn't meet people's expectations. And also too, there was so much command block stuff I had to work on. It got overwhelming. The islands were a big touch. I actually will say I'm thinking about bringing some of that back to this server maybe, where we do have like just islands, just custom islands with maybe some hacked loot or something in them. We could make it like an event or something. It's like I give hints to where the island is, stream it, do something like that. But yeah, no, we're sticking to this world for now. I know some people they like the spin-off worlds, but in my opinion, the big issue with the spin-off worlds is it's like people know they're temporary, so they don't build anything. And because they don't build anything, they don't build countries, and it just becomes like all of these spin-off worlds turn into is just like okay, everyone has a big street fight for the first week, and then it's all done, and it's like, all right, I don't know, it's like there's no sense of attachment, and it's like I understand that. I'm not saying go build some gigantic, massive cathedral or whatever and spend 1 billion hours on it, but also it's like, come on, you can put a little more like effort into the server, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we're probably not going to do any spin-off worlds, just for a while, honestly. Like, I mean, we may do events, but again, like, I want to get back to the server's roots of like countries, war, politics, factions, stuff. Like, I want to go back to that. Because yeah, the events are cool, but the events also are not the main goal. Like, the events are just we're there to kind of give a little kickstart, a little jump to the server. Okay, let's see. Oh, Seabass was saying he became the strongest emperor. Nah, you weren't the strongest. I still actually think Rex was the strongest, but that was when Rex was like on mobile. That was so annoying, dude. Oh my goodness, we got him to like what, strength 6 or something? I had to break the law. I literally like committed admin abuse just to get Rex strength 6 just for this guy to fumble it. Like, that was probably the biggest instance of admin abuse ever, was like straight up just getting Rex the Emperor effects. He got the Emperor effects and then said, you know what? I give up because I'm on mobile. And I'm like, you realize you can like one-shot people, even if you're on mobile, even if you're blind and like deaf and retarded. I don't know, dude. Like, you can you can still pack people up, and he just didn't try, and he just lost it. And I'm like, all right, screw you, bro. Oh my goodness. That was bad. And then I can't remember if Broken Coal was a warlord, and I don't know. That server got really out of hand. Paj becoming the Grand Conqueror and everything, oh my goodness. Dude, we were all planning for a big fight, and then Paj like didn't show up or something. The end of that server was such a letdown, or the end of that season. I can't remember what happened. Something happened. I think Paj just like ducked the war or something. I don't know. I really don't know, but we were supposed to all have this giant fight where we were going to take the Grand Conqueror down and everything, and he just like, it just never happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened. If anyone remembers, tell me. Um, Germany would have been good for once. The whole core of Germany is population. That's what you need to get back to, honestly. I mean, again, it's easier said than done, but like the whole faculty of, or not faculty, well, what? How does that even? I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think of big brain words. The whole like, I guess, advantage Germany had over all the other countries, though, is being able to say, essentially, we're like a great value Poland. Like we're it's like a mix of Poland and the USSR in a lot of ways. It's like you don't necessarily have a ton of riches. You're not a very economic country, but you have a lot of firepower and you have a lot of kind of weight you can move around population wise. And that's what I mean. There was a period in time Germany objectively was a stronger country than Poland. Pichusta was just not the best leader. He didn't really know how to, I don't know what his plan was. He got too scared of stuff. People get too scared of stuff, but he really was just like paranoid, man. He was like, I don't know. It's like, okay, you got like 20 people. You could conquer the entire server in like a month, and he just didn't do it. And then I don't know. And then during World War II, he just completely abandoned half his allies. He abandoned Seabass. That made me mad because the BDR front was like the one front that, I mean, it was like, dude, we were fighting so hard to maintain it, and all Pichusta did was, I think, send one troop over for one fight. I think that's all he did. I can't remember. I could be wrong. But I know when it came to Khalsa, He immediately sent like 4 or 5 people the second Chicken Dorito tried to invade Tulsa, and it's like, all right, okay, now we see what your intentions are. It's like you're just trying to keep your borders safe. It's like, come on, man. He was in the alliance, and he just didn't follow through until it was a border country, and it's like, all right, man, just disappointed me. Did someone DM me? Let's see. No one DM. Well, no, actually, someone did. I have to DM someone. Give me a second. But yeah, no. What was I gonna say? Paranoia is an essential part of being a German. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, I mean IRL and in the server. Well, it was just really it was like not it was like almost unconfident paranoia. It was like I don't know, can we do this, guys? It's like it was just really weird. It's like he proved himself objectively by I don't know kicking Poland's butt hard. I mean, dude, the Battle of Tulsa, I think, or the Tulsa front, I think had the most people in it ever. I think that I can't remember what the biggest battle was on this. I think it was one of Chicken Doritos' battles in Tulsa, and it was because we all realized, like, no one wanted to defend Seabass because Seabass is on an island somewhere and no one cares, and it's like, yeah, whatever. But Tulsa, there was a lot more to risk because Tulsa's right there, the USSR is right there, Basilisk is near it, Germany's near it. It was in a more exposed position, and so people had an interest in defending it. And I mean, I'm telling you, we got like 10 times more soldiers on to go fight in Tulsa. And yeah, that was just like Germany could have it like it. Okay, it's not even disadvantageous for them to not fight in the BDR. Like it would have actually been better for them to do that because then they could have just you know attacked Poland on another front. I mean, I don't know. Like if I were Peach, that war would have been over like instantly. It would have just immediately been we kick him out of Tulsa, we push through Tulsa, and then hop the ocean, probably invade from the USSR, kick him out of the BDR, and then you know naval invasion or two. Use the southeast to push through. Well, I don't know if he was at war with anyone in the southeast during that one. I can't remember. I don't know if there was really much there. I think there was a few countries, and he may have been at war with one or two of them, but I don't think they did anything. But again, yeah, it was like it was just an error because it was like, imagine if, I don't know, imagine if like the United States there was some enemy in South America that was like really strong, and they were like, all right, well, we can't let them get near, or, we don't want them, we don't want to lose to them. And they wait until the entirety of South America's gone, and the second they invade Mexico, the United States is like, oh my gosh, we need to nuke them now. It's like, okay, you could have just finished it, while they were in South America. It's like that's essentially what Germany was doing. They were moving on. But yeah. Let's see. We need to get a lot of mangrove, honestly, because I know Seabass like wants a shulker or something, but we got to get it because he's gonna sell me sea lanterns, and I need sea lanterns for the road. We ran out. We had like a shulker and a half or something. We used quite a bit. I can't remember. I think he's selling me like 4 shulkers or something. He's got a farm for it, but he needs mangrove. Well, I don't even know what he needs this for. Like, I swear I'm going to sell this to him, and it's going to be like, I don't know, a pressure plate in some building. And he's like, oh, I just needed a shulker to be safe. And I'll be like, I'm going to kill you, Seabass. Was there a potion effect that came over me? What? Hmm. What we need to do is we need to just have like a mass build thing, or not build. Well, we need to have like a mass rebuilding of like a country like Germany, or like a country that's been kind of destroyed or something. We need to just have like a mass like a server project or something. Everyone just gets on and starts helping rebuild it or something. I don't know. We need to do more big collaborative builds, I feel like. There hasn't been very many, to be honest. I mean, there's been mega builds, but they don't really like, it's not usually a big collaboration. It's just just a single person or faction doing it. So I'm not really too sure on that. We're close to day 40,000 though. That's like crazy just to think about because I mean, if you count days where the server's been backed up or there's stuff like that, it's probably more. But 40,000 is ridiculous, honestly. I mean, it's wild to think about. Luke the Notables world is not even at 5,000, and we're at 40,000. My guy, like we are 10 times farther than Luke the Notables world, and he's the guy that plays Minecraft for 1 billion hours and records it. Why is it every time Poland, Afghanistan, the USSR, Sweden loses a war, they just lose some barren wasteland, but when Germany loses a war, the whole country's annexed to the capital? Well, your whole country didn't get annexed. There's just no one to rule it, so it got ruled by someone else, and then that person prostituted the country out. Am I lying? Okay. Dude, yeah, that's another reason I just did not like Rex as a leader, him trying to just give Germany to Japan. It was just like, come on, man. But, no, yeah, I mean, it's like, the reason, okay, it's partly because of the way the geography set up. First of all, Poland had like nothing. I mean, that is one thing. To be fair to Poland, it is a good strategy having nothing in your in your country. But they had two cities. I mean, it's complicated. It's like all of the major development was right at spawn. The USSR and Basilisk were in an alliance, so we never. I mean, we went to war, I think, one time in the very, very, very beginning. Didn't go to war since then. We're allies basically forever. And then I even annexed them after a while, which I did pay for the annexation. Admit it wasn't, wasn't just some random one-off thing, but yeah. So that happened, and it's like, okay, so no wars coming of that. Tulsa is allies, so we're not invading Tulsa. Germany's an ally, so we don't got to worry. You don't got to worry about the North. And then the Soviet-Polish border, yeah, there was a lot of fighting in the Soviet. I even lost a ton of buildings during World War III. It got close to my capital, and I think we took the Polish capital. I think at one point, or we took like half of it or something. There was a big fight, and we actually did push into Poland. Took like, I think 2/3 of the capital, then he countered and then got to my capital, and then that's when the war ended. Or no, I can't remember what happened. I think we surrendered or something. I think the USS, I can't remember. That was a scuffed war. Ended in him quitting anyways, but I mean, it's like the Soviet front is too developed, and the Polish front was also developed. So the Polish-Soviet border, there's a big fear of fighting along it. So it's like, okay, even though Poland's really strong, they run into the risk of like a lot of their major development is up for grabs if they lose it. Same for me. So typically, me and Poland would go to war probably the most out of any other country, but we were fighting proxy wars almost every single time because there's just too much to lose. It's like I either lose my capital and every historic building, or Poland loses literally their only building. So it's like, again, there's just too much high stakes. So, I mean, that's why that happened. And typically during land exchanges, again, if they wanted a big major city to end a war, that wouldn't happen because we just keep the war going. But yeah, I mean, we just typically kind of reach that as like an amicable agreement. We're just trading wasteland. But also the server was less developed too, so there was just more wasteland to go around compared to now. But I disagree with Sweden. No, I mean, when Sweden lost the war, the entire BDR island got taken by Poland. I mean, that's the thing. World War II was very destructive. Poland annexed, they took Kolsa's mob farms, which, keep in mind, the mob farms were an extremely big deal at the time. That was the only source of public gunpowder, only source of, like stuff like bones and other stuff. I mean, XP. It was a lot. That was a big deal. And Poland was even trying to like guard it and make sure no one got to it and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it's like Poland took a lot from Tulsa. You know, they annexed a few other buildings before, Chicken Dorito quit and it all got kind of reversed. The entirety of the BDR got taken. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty destructive back then in terms of, developed land. I was talking more about the modern wars. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, the modern wars, again, it's just that same problem, but amplified even more. It's like the server got way too developed, and I think it's a good thing. I like that the server's developed. I'd rather have it developed than not, but it got to a point where we just didn't have anyone with the heart to be brutal enough to just stomp over a country and take everything. And also, too, we had a ton of, like, obviously the most developed countries are, typically the richest. So a country like Japan can be like, hey, I'm getting my butt kicked right now, but, in exchange for us ending this war, I'll give you economic reparations. And if you really want land, you get, I'll let you take this big wasteland. And that's how it's been. That's how a lot of wars have gotten settled now, where it's like, okay, we realize if we fight over major developed territory, the war is going to expand tenfold because we have essentially nuclear options. We either have slave armies we can call upon, we have a lot of resources we can move around, we have a lot of notch apples we could use, which could almost guarantee a surefire win. So it's like, again, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like people want to go to war, but they stop taking war seriously to an extent. So now it became this game of like, you're almost fighting a proxy war in your own country. You're like proxying your own country in a lot of ways. It's like you're all kind of saying, we're going to play this gentleman's game where we all just fight over each other's wasteland. But, I mean, I don't know. I would say I don't know. I mean, what was that list again? USSR, Junga, or Sweden? Again, it's one of those things where it's like, if I invade Seabass's capital island, dude, that guy is gonna unleash like a lot on me. Which maybe I should. Maybe I should add some you know fire to the server. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe we should invade Seabass's capital island. But no, I mean, in recent times, Seabass invaded Basilisk, but I managed to repel it, though. We did that. That was like a month ago, I think he did that. Um, if you're referencing that time that Germany lost, I don't know what you're referencing when Germany lost a lot. I mean, again, Germany, I feel like it was developed, but it was developed by people that are not around anymore, so there was no emotional attachment to it. So when a lot of modern wars kicked off by people that own Germany, there was not the same level of like, all right, we need to defend what's ours and what we built. It was just kind of like, all right, I got this country inherited or whatever. Maybe I should defend it. It was just kind of that attitude, I feel like, especially by Rex. There's a lot of mangrove. Maybe I need 5 shulker boxes of sea lanterns instead. We'll get a little bit more sea bass. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think, again, all these problems we talk about, though, easy fix is just population. You just need more people on. You need to start streaming more. Well, you need to also get more clip-worthy events, though. You need to have, like, more fights on stream so I can make it into YouTube Shorts. Because YouTube Shorts will get a lot of views. That'll get a lot of, like, hook, I feel like. It used to be like you would make YouTube Shorts and it would be just kind of whatever, the same as a normal video. But it almost got to a point now where it's a guaranteed way to get a lot of views on stuff. I mean, the first YouTube Short I ever uploaded on my gym channel got 10,000 views. And admittedly, that is a very big viewed video even now, but it's like, wow. It's like it was just a random clip of me lifting a weight. It's like, bench pressing. That's another thing, bro. I realize how far I've come in the gym as well, too. It's crazy. I haven't uploaded on the Gym Leviathan channel in a minute. I kind of just was like, I kind of gave up on it because it's like, I don't have that, like, bone for content creation in a lot of ways. Like, I don't have that big, drive to be like, I want to make a video, I want to do this. That's why I like streaming, because it's a lot, kind of more just raw, and you're not putting in the same, like, it's just different, but the gym thing, I just didn't really have a desire to keep pushing it. It's like, okay, do I want to make videos about the gym? I mean, I like the gym, but I don't really want to make videos. I don't know. So I was like, I'll probably just give up on it. Maybe I should go back to the gym channel, though. I could do some stuff with it. And then I'll advertise the Minecraft server. You want to join the Minecraft server? Be like, hey, do you lift and do you play Minecraft? Or are you into war? Me too, buddy. I saw on Instagram, what? Okay, bro, this guy was not trying to go there. I saw this, it was this girl on Instagram, and she said, and dude, she plays Hearts of Iron 4 or Hoi 4, and it's like, bro, her entire like brand on Instagram, her entire just like personality is like, I'm a girl and I play Hoi 4 and I like history, and it's like, bro, goodness, you'd really be surprised like how many like just women there are where it's like their entire brand is like, I'm just a girl that does this thing that men usually do, and it's like, oh my goodness, wow, never seen this before. And even there was some people that are like, yeah, nice try, Fid. They're saying that in the comments. But I just think it's so funny. That is one thing you see, it's like, there was always the stereotypes. It's like, oh, girls don't play video games, or girls aren't into cars, or whatever. And you'd hear that back in the day, or that was a common trope back in the day. It's a little different now, but now I feel like the big thing is like, okay, if you're into history, if you're into really history, or just broader like geopolitics, like how countries interact, then you're kind of like, all right, bro. Women are not into that a ton. I don't know why. It's like it just must be a kind of psychological thing. It's just a difference. But yeah, I mean, you see that a lot more. People in general, I don't think are into history that much. That is one thing, but it's mostly men that are. So when you see a girl playing Hoi 4, a history geopolitics mapping game, that's like, wow, it's like crazy. It's like a multi-billion-dollar industry right there. I'm a girl, I play Hoi 4. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've never played Hoi 4. It looks fun, but also it looks like one of those games where it's like, I don't know. A lot of map games are always, they miss the mark on a lot of stuff. Like, I, in a lot of ways, I like the grind in a lot of games. I like grinding on games. It sounds a little weird. But yeah, I mean, that's why I like the server, because it's not like a one and done thing. I like I do like Fortnite or like a battle royale or something. It's got to be really quick, or it's got to be like, you know, a grind, But I don't like those kind of in between games where it's like, you're playing it for hours and hours on the same like round or the same like task, or even story games that it's like, okay, you're playing it for a few days and you're done. I'd rather it be like, all right, it's something you can always come back to. And if I were going to play a mapping game, I'd want it to be like this is like a grind that lasts, but none of them really do. It's like, it's always either really, really quick, or it's just like super, super like bland. I don't know. Remember the Germany Jungos War? Yeah, I remember it. And I remember you gave up. Was that you that get, or I'm trying to remember. Didn't you grief your country because of that or something? I mean, I remember you lost Alaska. Which, I mean, to be fair, there wasn't even any flags on it. I mean, it was literally barren. It was like basically unmapped. No, yeah, I don't think that's what it was. Where you griefed everything. It was something else. You did that. I will also. Didn't you have someone else fighting for you? Because I remember, I think you had another person in, and I like had to come in because they left something. That's another thing. We need to bring back unfair wars. Dude, there's too many people now that are just be like, oh, I'm not going to show up to a war if it's, not even 1v1. Everyone has the same mats. It's like, dude, that's not what war is. Berlin got cooked by sea bass, or you wished? No, it didn't. Shut up. Dude, you're the one that cooked Germany. I don't want to hear it. No, you're the one that griefed my country. You griefed Oceron. Even though we were allies. Dude, I remember that. Like I just get on and this like major city is just griefed. And I'm like, bro, what the heck? Yes, you did. Dude, you griefed Berlin. Don't even act like it. You griefed Berlin, you griefed Oceron. It's like, okay, I'm at war with this guy, but I'm gonna grief myself and my allies. I'm so smart. You deserve that jail sentence. Oceron was so. I wish I knew the slash fill command. It stayed like that forever too. So annoying. I remember I was gonna mine it by hand one day. Yes, it was you that did. Was it? I don't. I can't remember. What did they do to Berlin? Was it like they just completely flattened it? I could have sworn that was you. It might have been someone else. You might be right about that. I don't know. I really honestly don't even know. It's been so long, and Germany's had like 10 cities in one spot that keep getting grief, so it's like, which one are you talking about? I do miss the original Berlin, though. I will say the original Berlin was okay, got flattened. Yeah, I forget what happened to it. I think we figured it out, though, but I don't know what happened. No, it wasn't you, Wished or Seabass. I actually think it was like might have been Rex. I really don't know who it was, like off the top of my head, but I remember we figured it out. But yeah, dude, Berlin kept getting griefed so much. I swear. Out of like every city, Berlin's probably the most griefed. Similar to real life, got bombed the most. I mean, it's not the most bombed city, but you get the point. A lot of bombing campaigns. It could have been Rex. Yeah, I think it was Cool Gamer that did it. I think that's what it was. I think you're right. Cool Gamer was responsible for a lot of griefs. Dude, he was like a pathological liar, bro. I mean, I say that, and it's like, okay, he knew he was lying, but yeah, I mean, I say that almost like giving him credit, but nah, it's like he was a guy that like you'd ban him and we'd all be living in paradise, and then you'd unban him, and it's like, I wonder who's doing the griefings. It's like, okay, yeah, it's obviously him, but he was good about it. We could never figure out it was him. Like he really did cover his tracks very well. He was a good criminal in that regard. And then after he like changed his ways, everyone just started bullying him. I don't know. Like in a lot of ways, I hate the griefs, but it does also bring interest into the server. It's like it does bring something to fight over to an extent. Well, I'm in a mangrove biome. I don't feel like TPing right now. I do also appreciate what you did for the ice road. I'm gonna decorate it and everything, and design it. Cause that like exit idea was really stupid. Yeah, the whole point is it was supposed to be this like smooth ride uphill, but it just never it didn't really work. I did like your design. I didn't actually think your design would work. Like that is I would have tried something like that, but I didn't think it would. But yes, it does. But yeah, I will say like I may tear up that railroad bit. I don't know. It does look a little tacky having ice on a railroad. So it's like, I don't know. It is a modern looking railroad. It is like a Minecraft style railroad, though. So I don't know. It's like, you don't need actual rail. You need ice. We need to get like a faster ice plugin or something. I don't know. I need to figure out how to mod myself. There would be a lot of quality of life stuff I'd do. Make boats go 10% faster on ice. Speed it up even more. You already go really fast on it. That's another thing. If the road was packed ice, it'd probably already be done. But I'm like, I want that like 100% like to the best quality. Like I want to get the road done right. And I realized, okay, if it's packed ice, yeah, we'd get it done a lot quicker, a lot cheaper, but still, call it an engineer for a reason. Yeah, it is a good design, I will say. I would always think the boat would capsize or something, or you know how it like kicks you out of it if you go underwater or something. I thought it would do that, but it doesn't. I guess you get up it quick enough. So I was wrong, but yeah, I would have done that design if not. Man, he was saying to something. What was he saying to? Man, I was in the gym today, and bro, there's this guy like at the gym that is literally just staring at me the whole time. And it's like, okay, you hear about the women that complain of guys being creepy, and you mock them or whatever. But I'm like almost starting to understand it. It's like, dude, there's some people they have no like spatial awareness, like they don't know what they're doing. And it's like they don't like I don't know. There's just some people that they just don't really understand. Like you're being weird or something. You just don't have any common sense. I don't know. Because there's dude, there's another guy. It's like, okay, music taste is one thing that I won't even lie. Like, I don't like criticizing people a ton on because my music taste is not the best either. But, like, dude, this guy, okay, but this is a different guy. This guy will blast like, you can get on the aux at my gym. Um, that song, the, like, Smurf Cat, We Live, We Love, We Lie, or whatever, dude, he's playing that on the aux with people at the gym, like, every time. And it's like the same dude, he comes same time and everything, and it's like, bro, my goodness. And it's like, again, it's like, it's something like that where it's like you just don't really have any awareness that it's like, I don't know, you're just not aware, you're not conscious, like you're just, I don't know, it's really weird. You're not going to catch me doing that. I'll just say that. I feel like this is most of mangrove mining is. You're just hacking at leaves. He said something. Let me respond. Said, bro, Germany lost Alaska, the big desert island in the north. What big desert island in the north? The big desert. You talking about Brazil? Don't you own? You bought it off me though. I remember. Yeah, no, you lost it in yeah, dude, that was a pretty crappy war. You should have just kept fighting it, honestly, because literally you signed peace like because one of your guys couldn't get on or something, and it was like, dude, it's one day, just wait it out. I was encouraging you to fight. And you're like, no, 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 we gotta make peace or whatever. He's gonna blow up the entire country. It's like, dude, yeah, if you would have just fought it out, you would have won, or you would have at least got him like, yeah, okay, no, yeah, the island with the rail. Joeyberg, are you talking about northeast? Yeah, okay, the big, yeah, dude, yeah, that was just that was such a bad war. Like, I feel like that you didn't really make the best decision on it because again, you just didn't. You should have kept fighting it. I mean, that's the thing. You'd be surprised dragging a war out. You were not new. You've been around for the peach era, bro. Don't act like you didn't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think he had 3 battles worth of land, and it wasn't even that much. Like he took Berlin, which I mean, okay, that's the capital city. That sounds bad, but land wise, your country still had like 99% of its land intact. So it's like you had enough ground to fight on where you could have like repelled it. And on top of that too, he launched a spearhead into Germany. You could have encircled him and trapped him in Berlin, or at least cut off that front he had in Berlin. But you didn't, and it's like, dude, it was one guy. It was like you had multiple guys. You had other troops that just I couldn't get on. It was like one bad day. It's like, oh, we're giving up the country now. Goodness. Yeah, that's the thing. Germany just some goofy wars, some goofy shenanigans y'all get up to. That was kind of like I feel like that peace treaty was BS though, in my opinion. You lost a lot on that, I will say. Like that was a really that hurt quite a bit because I mean, Losing Alaska is such a just a very uniquely German thing on the server. It's like losing that is pretty big. I also realize now I don't think there's a single country with a non-IRL name on the server. But well, no, I don't think there is. My country's the only one, USSR. But it still is IRL inspired, but it just stands for something different. But yeah, I mean there's Sweden, Italy, Greenland, Japan, Germany, the USSR, Mushroom Kingdom, I guess technically, but that's not. I mean, that's like an inactive country. And then if we're counting countries that don't exist anymore, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Poland. Dude, we need to get some new names in here. I don't know. I feel like a name, when Paj named his country Imperium, the Imperium is such a fake name. Like, I mean, okay, I get it is, I get, that's not really how names work, but I don't know if you get what I'm meaning. It's like, dude, it just sounds fake. It just sounds, it's like, all right, I can like just detect it. It's like, it sounds like AI generate Imperium. It just sounds so just BS. It's not a real name. I don't know. Imperium. I'm still thinking, dude, that's Mangrove is so hard to get. I'm tempted just to stop doing this, honestly. Also, when Yuish invaded Tulsa and whooped, oh, I forgot about Smokey. Dude, I forgot he did that. Why did they lose nothing? Dude, yeah, I forgot. Yuish was a menace at one point. He would just invade people for no reason. That was so funny. Dude, yeah, that Smokey and Clean Beast are some interesting people, bro. They were a pretty good duo. I don't remember why they didn't. I think they didn't lose anything because Ewish just had it out for them. Yeah, but also like I mean I don't know. I guess in Ewish's mind he's taking Alaska. No one there's nothing in Alaska. He's taking this like he did take wilderness to be fair, but it was a lot of it. I can't remember why they didn't. I actually think I remember. Dude, you're talking about server history that I forgot, man. You're talking about like the just blank, the void of server history. It's like just no one cares about it anymore. I think I remember what happened. I think like he invaded them and then they might have countered it. Either they kicked him out of Bro, my voice is cracking. I need water. Hold on. Okay, so either they invaded him and kicked him out of Tulsa, or me and Seabass threatened to go to war with Uish, and he just stopped. I can't like. I think I was at war with Uish. Actually, I think like we just threatened. We either threatened to expand the war, or like there was some deterrent. I think because, or I don't know. Like I do hear the excuse people make of, "Oh, I don't even want your land. I just want to fight you." It's like, okay, yeah, you're just kind of BSing. That's another BS excuse, but I think he would have taken it. I think honestly, something deterred him though. It was either me and Seabass threatening him or Smokey and Clean Beast really did like push him out. It might have been that honestly, because I mean you got to keep in mind they were getting Soviet and Swedish military support, and they are two people, and they weren't terrible at the game either. I mean they're fighting Prime You Wish though, so that's not good, but at the same time, I mean still. Ewish was like the boogeyman back then. I swear, he became he became like the lesser chicken, the like minor chicken Dorito. Like there was a minute, but the thing with Ewish, he just didn't really have a backbone. Honestly, he sold out during the Emperor event, and then he got to a point where I think he had IRL stuff and he couldn't play the server as much. But yeah, he was basically the next successor to be like just the bad menace on the server. That's just doing crap. I do kind of miss that though, honestly. I do miss You Wish, but also he'd like I don't know. There just was not a lot of substance to his country. I feel like that's one thing I kind of one critique I have about Uisht is like there just wasn't a lot to his country. Like he did, push the development of Jungos forward, but not a ton. Like he did a ton of building 1 week and then that was it. I don't know. I do still feel like he did try though, but he kind of ran into this point where it was like he was allied to Cyber and Paj, and he had like a big alliance. And the only people like he wanted to fight, but he didn't want to fight them. And he also too, like he was loyal to them, but also I think he also realized like he couldn't beat them either. So he just started fighting everyone else, but everyone else either had too much money or population to really win a prolonged war. So US just kind of came into this point where he was like this almost terroristic force where he's just coming in, he'll kind of swoop down and, snatch your country and, invade you real quickly and then kind of dip. I don't know. I will say though, I do think the Smokey and Clean Beast thing was I think there was a deterrent. I don't think he just, pulled out for no reason. Pause. Like there was something going on, definitely. Man, now I see why mangrove's expensive. I should just get him to give me the sea lanterns just for this, man. This is painful. I mean, we're at 15 stacks out of 27 we need for Shulker, a little over halfway. This is a good time for fire spreads. Well, no, I'd get the wood. That would be good. Also, I had options between Uish versus me and Ender Guy or all of Cyber Mr. G Spot. What? Oh, I see. Wait, also I had options between. Oh, like weren't they threatening to invade you or something? Was that what it was? Like were they like you couldn't because I think you were trying to get me into it or all of yeah, like wasn't that the issue was like yeah, they were threatening to get involved. And yeah, that's another thing, dude, that like we just had these super alliances that popped up and no one could really do anything. Like you could not really get a small empire that pops up and slowly starts going to war because yeah, something like that happens. It's like I guarantee none of them would have actually followed through in a war with Germany, but they kind of pushed their weight around to just get you to not expand the war to the no, Seabass wouldn't have joined in. You mentioned Seabass, and I don't know if he was allies to them at the time, but nah, he wouldn't have. I guarantee he would not have. He just, nah. What we need to do, actually, I got an idea. I mean, I don't know, server politics are a lot different, though, compared to what they were. But yeah, no, yeah, that's the issue is, like, again, wars didn't really expand too much because, again, you expand it and the entire world gets involved. Which, hey, I say, like, at this point, I'm like, hey, let's bring it. Start World War IV. Are we on to 4 or 5? I think we're on to 5. I can't remember. Let's see. Okay, World War One was Chicken Doritos, Slamurray, me. Not much happened in that one. World War Two was the invasion of Tulsa, the BDR, big Chicken Dorito thing. World War Three was the giant Poland versus the world. We haven't had another one since then? I could have sworn there's been one. I don't know. I really can't remember, honestly. I mean, technically, World War IV got declared by Broken Colt, but then, his army turned out to be fake, and then he had like a mental breakdown and everything. So I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. And then the whole thing started because I killed Cool Gamer because he tried to grief Drugland. Really? They were defending Cool Gamer? That's actually stupid. Was it like you were trying to go to war with Cool Gamer, or was it more like you were trying to like kill him or something, and they just came at that? Dude, that's crazy to think a global conflict almost started over Cool Gamer. Yeah, that was another thing. He could get support. Like Cool Gamer was good at getting support, but he wasn't good at keeping it. He's a very interesting guy. I just kill. Oh, you just killed him. Why were they throwing such a big fit over that? Man, yeah, like I do remember that battle. I remember when Ender guy left and I intervened. Dude, Ender guy was not that good. Like respectfully, I mean, I got on and we won two fights or something. I don't know. War with Australia? No war with Australia. Oh, I remember. Yeah, his country. He had Australia, then he had Madrid. I think was the name of the other one. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Because I guarantee everyone now would have taken your side. Everyone did the reverse. Then everyone declared war on Madrid. I remember when he became a warlord, dude. I think it was Cool Gamer's Dirtbike. One of the fodder characters. Character. What am I even? Dude, why did I say it like that? Talking like we're some anime. One of the fodder. Just no, dude. One of the mid PvPers became a warlord, and I think he just immediately got invaded. Let's see, man. See, I wish I would like. There's a reason on this server I've gotten like 3 requests to do mangrove, and I think I just denied every single one of them. It's getting to the point where it's like, dude, there's just mangrove is not a fun thing to grind for. And okay, sure, I'm already almost, I'm over halfway, done with it, whatever. It's only a few hours, but dude, there's just an annoyance aspect of it. It's like you're having to just chop through the entire forest to get to it. It's really stupid. I need to get shears with me, honestly, to cut the leaves down. They partitioned half of my country over a 5-year-old trying to grief my city. Was it half? Oh, I guess it was. I mean, it was like wilderness. Yeah, that was really stupid. It probably was a setup, honestly. I guarantee. Dude, you had Cyber back then. Dude, Cyber was way more corrupt than he is now. Like, yeah, I guarantee it probably was a setup. You wished would have gone to war with you either way. Don't worry. I don't know what the point of that was. It was all the Japanese Empire all along trying to expand their territory. I honestly have no clue though. Yeah, that was frustrating because the USSR has not done a major global conflict in so long because it's like it became impossible in a lot of ways. It got too globalized. Everyone started, okay, well, you're going to invade this random country in the middle of nowhere. Well, I'm going to get the entire world against you. It's like, bruh. It was kind of the same thing with your country. It's like I couldn't even really like I was subbing in and he allowed that, or he was like, yeah, I don't care if you sub in Levi or whatever, but I couldn't like defend you. For real, I have ever yeah, no, I don't dude, I don't blame you. I really don't. Yeah, it's like Cyber's a lot different now because I feel like again there's kind of an element of like he just kind of chilled out on a lot of stuff, but dude, no, yeah, the cyber rabbit hole goes crazy. I mean, cyber, honestly, in my opinion, is the reason. Cyber and Lando are the reasons we lost World War III. Like, objectively, cyber was a good PvPer then. He was roughly on my tier, slightly better, I think, during World War III. And he was like the tipping point. Like that's the thing. You like when we sent troops bro, I just stuttered to defend Japan we Germany committed a few troops. I think Lando went, I went, and Cyber went. It was a very weird task force of people to defend Japan. So he declared war on the world, and he starts with Japan. He wants to get Japan out of the way, clear his southern front, so he can just move everything north. and we all go to Japan, and I think we beat it. Like, he did a few battles, and we won, I think, like, a few of them. But, like, we had, again, it was, like, to a point where it's like, all right, we can win. We just gotta get more people on, right? And we had more. We had a massive army. We just couldn't get everyone that needed to get on at that time on. So eventually, Japan fell because Chicken Dorito, he rushed the war a ton because he wanted to get Japan out of the way. Rushed it. Japan fell, and then Cyber kind of got to a point where he was like, well, the Allied powers are just like worthless basically because they couldn't defend Japan. So I'm going to side with Chicken Dorito now. And it's like, no, you're like, it's like this Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. It's like, no, no, no. Your country fell because this war got rushed, and it was not smart on Cyber's part to agree to do basically the entire war in like a day or two, like fight out tons of battles just in a day or two, because it's like, okay, well then yeah, your fate's sealed. You do a few battles one day, and then you see what the next day offers. You try and see if you can get different people on, and we had it. It was like Seabass, Shekeb, Alert Badge, You Wish, BK. BK and You Wished were like, they weren't in their primes at the time, but BK and You Wished were very heavy hitters. And we could have gotten them on, and that's basically the defense of the Soviet Union minus Cyber and Lando. And that was enough to tip the scale, and we lost pretty bad. But again, it was like, you just had this domino effect where Chicken Dorito just won everyone through propaganda, honestly. With me in Germany, dude, nah. I don't know what happened with you in Germany, but definitely not the same as Cyber's. What happened with Cyber is he just embraced this, like, I mean, in a lot of ways, he adopted like a Japan survival first mentality, which, okay, it's good to adopt, but he just adopted this kind of like, he didn't really have like a backbone of Japan in a lot of ways. The USSR, I put my life on the line to defend Seabass, did defend Seabass, and we lost. We lost a major war, and we only kind of got everything back out of pity by Chicken Dorito, basically. But it's like, in a lot of ways, Cyber got to a point where he was like, well, I just want Japan to survive no matter what. And it just led to a ton of corruption. It led to a ton of, like betrayals, and then, switch arounds, and okay, I'm allies with him, now I'm not. Now I'm enemies, now I'm at war, now I'm allies again. It's like, it just led to these, like, the politics of everything just switching and constantly reversing and doing all this. But it kind of just, I don't know, it got to a point where, I actually feel like it was the right call for Japan to do what Cyber did, but it was not the right call for the server at large. Because Japan just kind of became this, like, immovable force, not by the fact that they have a large military, but by the fact of, like, all right, we just have a ton of connections, and we can rally everyone up to just hate you and kind of smear your name and everything. It's like, dude, I don't know. It just was this unhealthy way of winning war. Like, war, similar to real life, just started becoming less about conventional, let's get our armies on and go here and go there and fight, and more so about, like, all right, can I convince everyone to hate you, and kind of bring psychology into it. It got a lot deeper because at a certain point, Cyber and a lot of other, countries started realizing, like, all right, we don't have the PvP capabilities to win, so we got to win some other way. But yeah, that was, I feel like, Cyber's biggest but best blunder, like, for him, was was allying with Chicken Dorito and basically surrendering over to him. It was a really stupid play for the Allies, though, I will say, because the Japanese front was not fully collapsed. Cyber surrendered with, I think, 3/4 of his country gone. He still had a battle or two that he could have defended and that he could have dragged it out. So we lost ground on that war, and that got Chicken Dorito going to the north way earlier than we thought. And then we were like, okay, Cyber, well, we're offering you refuge in our country. Japan still had a few islands. It's not totally lost. We're going to retake Japan. And we were even saying, like, we're going to get a front going in Poland, we're going to push into Poland, then we're going to go reclaim Japan and reestablish it. And I think Cyber fought in one battle, and then that's when Chicken Dorito convinced him, and then he was just like, no, I'm good. And then World War III completely kind of turned on its side in that regard. So yeah, it was not like, I don't know, you got every right to not like Japan, I got every right to also not like Japan as well too, but it's been so long, it's like, it's whatever at this point. The situation should have kind of reset, I feel like, by now. Dude, yeah, talking about all this makes me remember like wars and stuff. Makes me remember like battles and stuff that I forget about. I think Lando Curry activated like auto clicker on one of the battles or something, and that was a big controversy. That was part of the reason he left our team because I was basically about to get him banned because I'm like, dude, you can't be using auto clicker, and he was like, no, no, and whatever, and then he just took it personal and then just kind of pulled out of the war. Let's see how close. Man, we got a lot more mangrove to go. I think we can get the full shulker on the stream. Because once we put this in here, we'll only need, I think, 3 more stacks, and then that'll be a full shulker. Gosh, I know I said, like, I wanted to do all this stuff on stream and, expand, do some road stuff, but, like, now it just turned into, like, found a mangrove forest, let's get mining. There was one time I remember doing a stream, and I was, like, literally falling asleep during the stream, and I remember I stopped talking for, like, 10 minutes straight, and I was, like, blinking and barely staying awake, and then I was like, I think I need to end this stream because I was on an Elytra and I think I like crashed or something. It's getting late already. I'll probably end the stream soon. Probably once we get a full shulker of this, honestly. We'll probably end it. Saturday, I want to try, and I do want to try and stream Saturday, and I really want to stream early. I really want to. I don't know if it's going to be a possibility, though. It's like, dude, my Saturdays, they get taken up because I get family that comes over on Saturdays, and that's like, my day, a lot of my family wants to do stuff and everything. So it's like, we'll just see. I'm going to try, though, because I know this is a very late hour to do a stream in general, so it might not be the best for, like, viewership, but I still do want to get it done, It's better than not doing a stream. Yeah, I wish there was, like, a way, I think it is shears, but it's whatever. Get all these leaves out of the way. It makes the mangrove biome cool. I feel like that it's like this from an aesthetical perspective, but like getting this wood is just painful. No one wants to get this. They need to have like rare biomes. Like, okay, there is rare biomes, but they need to have like, they need to add in wood types or stuff that is like ultra rare, like mangrove times 100 rare. It's like, I don't know, that Minecraft needs more like items that are at like a pinnacle of rarity or difficulty, because really the only item like that I think is the notch apple. Like that's really the only item you could even say that's like that. But even then, for most of survival players, you don't need a notch apple. It's only necessary on war servers, and it gets duped all the time on war servers anyway. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean it's like there needs to be like ores and stuff that are just insanely rare to find. Or, there needs to be like a wood type or something. You go out and you find it, and it's like this just ultra rare forest. There needs to be more things that, like, ways to expand, I think, on Minecraft. There definitely needs to be something above netherite, I think. But it should be rare. Like, that's the thing. It should be rare and it should be hard to get because it'll kind of filter everything out. It'll add a pinnacle of difficulty that, it's like, okay, it requires more elbow grease to get. And so it makes it more valuable. Because it's like everything kind of peaks at the same difficulty, really, besides the notch apple grind. But even then, the notch apple grind, you can kind of, I guess, not mechanize it. Like, you can't automate it, but you can get to a point where it's like just pretty expected and routine, and there's not much to it. You just type in your seed on trunk base and go find ancient cities. Which that might not even be the meta anymore. There might be a new meta. Might be those stupid trial chamber things. I remember hearing someone say there was a new meta towards getting notch apples. I remember the old meta. I got tons of streams doing that, going to the desert pyramids. Goodness. I remember we would do a stream, and like I would be streaming for 3 or 4 hours and then get one notch apple. I'd go like 200,000 blocks out. That was a lot of servo exploration back in the day, honestly, was just getting notch apples. You'd be surprised. Like, we went far. Add those German islands I told you about. Oh, yeah, I have to do that. I mean, I didn't see a flag on them, though. When I made the map, there might be one now. But when I made the map, I surveyed it, and I didn't see anything. So, I don't know. Okay, we're getting close to this shulker. We got kind of lucky. We're getting some tall mangrove trees. They need to add, I almost said they need to add a blue wood. They already have a blue wood. It's a very odd, well, I don't know. They need to have a black wood. That's what they need to have. Just solid black. They need to just call it charred wood or something. Like, there needs to be a type of wood, like either you craft it or you find like a charred forest or something. I don't know. They need to have a black wood. They need to just get the whole rainbow, and that gives them an excuse to make more biomes and kind of ramp up some excitement. What's the next update even supposed to be? It's the spears, right? It's like the narwhal or something and the spears. I'm glad they're adding more to the ocean. I feel like they need to make oceans go down, though, to like caves and or to the deep caves. Because it's like, I mean, the oceans are still pretty shallow when you think about it. Like, add more hostile creatures to the ocean, but also more incentive to go in the ocean. Like, whether it be a structure, whether it be a material, something like that. Doesn't make any sense to have burnt wood be functional. I mean, what about this game makes sense? There's floating trees everywhere. I don't know. I mean, you would just have burnt wood as just, again, an alternative. I mean, we have white wood, for crying out loud. It's like, I don't know. It's just a thought. Just an idea. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, it's just an excuse to add black wood or something. But, I mean, again, it's like the more decorative blocks, some people hate the decorative blocks. They're like, oh, all Mojang did is add decorative blocks. I don't like it when that's all an update is, but I won't even lie, like, it does add substance to the game having, more decorative blocks and more textures and more palettes. Like, it does add a certain uniqueness. I feel like it adds just a little bit more to do. Because think about a block like mud. Like, mud added a new venue to our economy because you had Cyber using a ton of it for his island, and you actually had stuff like come about, even though there's blocks that you could use as a substitute, I guess. But it's like, again, it's like stuff like that kind of adds to the server a little bit. Even just to the game at large. I said the server, I meant more so like Minecraft. Let's see. Man, I'm getting tired. I know I'm still like yapping, but still. I have like a very unique ability to just kind of talk in circles and just kind of yap and yap and yap. Should become a politician because of that. Just yap about nothing. Word salad. I feel like doing these streams helps a lot with that, though. Like, it almost makes me a little better at just kind of yapping. But again, I'm not good at conversating with people. That's the thing. He's like, it's a weird behavior I've noticed about myself. It's like I'm like antisocial, and I don't really like talking to people, and I'm not good at it. But it's like when it comes to just a stream, it's like, man, I can just yap. It needs to be studied. I just got like 3 text messages at once. What the heck? Okay, so that should make. Oh man, we need 4 stacks. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. All right, 4 more stacks. Buckle down and get some more. Get some more mangrove. I feel like also too, like if we start getting more people on the server, we need to have like more, like people push certain aspects of the economy just like to the max. Like we need to have people that are like, okay, just purely tough grinding or something like that. Like purely like a resource that is just grinded to an insane amount of bulk that no one has to worry about it. There was a while where like I was trying to get people to mine gunpowder or not mine gun. What am I saying? To like have gunpowder farms, and I was trying to get gunpowder to be like just cheap as basically like dirt. Just like this. Just everyone has it. Tons of it's available to the public. I wanted to get like a big trading cycle going with gunpowder, and it did kind of materialize, but it also didn't. It's like I don't know. We need to have certain commodities be like readily available. Mine gunpowder. Yeah, I don't know. It's my sleepiness showing through. Wait, is that weird strip of land on the BDR still German? I don't remember. You'd have to look at the map because I know when Rex was leader of Germany, there was a lot of people pressuring him to like work out some of the kinks in Germany's borders. He may have given it up. I know that area of land, Seabass won it in a war from me. So it was Japan, the USSR, and Germany each had a strip. It was like the BDR strip. And Germany, under a different leader, probably Rex, might have sold their portion of it. I lost my portion of it in war. Cyber might have given it. I don't know if they have the full strip back. If Seabass does or not, he might. There was a while where, dude, his entire like political like campaign was just get the strip, like reunite the strip, get it all back. Yeah, I remember he was pushing to do that for a while. I can't remember honestly if Germany's look at the map because the map is up to date on it. That was a pretty big issue for a while. I guess if you don't got it on the map, then you don't got it. I really hope you do though. I want to bring stuff like that back, like weird borders. People just fight over stupid stuff like that. Again, we need more pointless fight, pointless fighting on the server. We need more street fights. Man, mangrove is not fun. But again, if there was like someone that was just grinding mangrove nonstop, they had shulkers on shulkers and shulkers of it, that'd be nice. Did Paj ever grind mangrove? Or did he dupe it? Or not? Well, I know he didn't grind it. I can't remember if he duped it or not. I know he duped a ton of acacia for some reason. Like no one was using acacia, and he just duped a lot of it. I think he did that. He did oak, dark oak. I don't know. We need to like just label the streams as a podcast. I need to get the fish tank sound still going again. Because the fish tank, like the fish tank's still there, the filters are still there, but it's not. Oh, technically, it is a different tank, but it's a different like pump, and the pump is in water, so you don't hear that same like just water noise. And I remember like there was one time like the first stream that noise disappeared. Margad was like, "I only watch your streams to listen to your fish tank, Levi." I'm like, bruh, this guy's just getting ASMR out of my streams. But then I also realized I'm like, maybe I just need to bring the fish tank back. See, that's the real killer of the server was the fish tank disappearing from my mic. Killed the server. I lost all my viewership. Need to start getting. Dude, my dad has a big channel. I need to get him to advertise the server. I bet he could. We'll have to see. I like pay him. Father, I need you to advertise the Minecraft. I don't know why did I get British in that scenario. Hold on. I'm gonna take my hoodie off. I'm hot. The map says the strip is still Japan, but Cyber says he doesn't have it, and the German strip still has German flags, but the Japan strip now has Swedish flags. Well, that is interesting. I really can't. I mean, I honestly can't tell you because, yeah, I think you're right. Like Japan gave it up, but Cyber, yeah, okay. Um, hmm, trying to remember. I mean, hey, I say if your flag's still on it, and if there's been no, effort to replace it with BDR flags, then knock yourself out. We'll fight it in court. I'd say it's still yours because I think it was given up under the Rex like presidency or whatever, and a lot of that stuff I feel like is kind of illegitimate. But do I still have the German? Yeah, I'd say you still have the German because I mean, like, I don't even want to sit here and be like, picking sides or whatever in this, but like to be fair, Rex did a lot of damage to your country, and if we were going purely based off everything he did, you'd still be under Japan. So like, I don't know. It's I can't really remember. I mean, he probably did just to make peace with Seabass on something down bar. Well, give me dude. I'm not on the PC. You gotta wait. While you're on stream, Levi, mark it on the map. They need to have really just tall mangrove trees so that makes my job 10 times easier. But this stream is proof of grinding. What? Just because I can't mark it on the map immediately. Not an immediate. Well, I also don't want to update the map just for 3 pixels to be like, hey guys, this, debate that no one cares about got decided. I don't know. Next time we have a border shift, I'll update it. Like I'll update my personal map and I'll send it to you, but I'm not going to put it in map and timeline because that's again, it's not really like a change in borders per se. It's more so just kind of a like a refiling, I guess, of it. I don't know if that's even the right word. Like just kind of a reconstituting, something. You're getting read. Man, that sounds really weird. All right, one more stack, and then this is finally over. Dear God. This has been a very not fun grind. If I had a lot of shears on me, maybe a little bit easier, actually. I think if we had shears. But still. Yeah, but also the island I claimed and the islands I bought from you. Island I claimed and the islands I bought from. I thought the islands you bought from me are already on the map. The sand islands, right? I don't think you didn't buy anything else from me. You just bought the the big sand island, the sand archipelago. That's already updated, isn't it? I think it should be. Unless I just forgot to put it in map and timeline. I don't know. I mean, let's see, yeah, the sand islands are right. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, the islands you claimed, yeah, okay, I guess that's fair. Everyone just looks on the map suddenly. Why did Germany get bigger? Did an expansion. Okay, we need half a stack and we are done. Maybe that'll motivate Seabass to get on and, become a warlord, become a murderous tyrant. You got my strip back. I mean, again, all he has to do is switch the flags. And if he would have switched the flags, I'd side with him. But also, like, that was done under Rex, so I do feel bad there. Like, I don't know, that wasn't really no one that was in line for the German throne made the decision to do that. And finally, this should be 4 stack or a shulker. My God, that is a lot. Well, how long was this stream? My goodness. The stream was okay. It was about 2 hours. So I mean, we're live for 2 hours. What? It's like an hour and a half. We're getting mangrove. I think. When did we start getting mangrove? Uh, we have not been live for 4 hours. Shut up. My stream was bugging out. Okay, 2 hours. Let's see. What are we doing 30 minutes? Okay, we're getting ice 30 minutes ago. Okay, so like 40 minutes into the stream, we started 40 something minutes. So again, like nearly an hour and a half. Yeah, but the island the four islands above Auckland and oh, you mean the small islands? Yeah, I know. By the way, am I good to TP to you? Too late. Better not be at a base. Yeah, no, yeah, probably not. I'll just send you a map of them. Okay. Yeah, that'll probably be for the best. I think I know what you're talking about, though. Over here. Okay. Just teleport back to you. What is this even supposed to be? Why? What are these like floating biomes here? I still haven't figured this out. Okay. Let's see a wall design. Hmm. You got zombie villagers behind you. I don't know if you want to keep them or kill them. Okay, you want to kill them. Uh, I like the wall design. I don't like the sandstone. The sandstone really sticks out in a very unnecessary way. I kind of feel like with this like T design. Let's see what the heck. Hold on, something happened to my stream. Okay. Okay, over here. Where'd he go? Teleport back to him. Oh. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, I know about the sand island. Also, what is? Oh, okay, hold on. What is this thing? Like, can you explain to me what this pit is for? That is a lot of sandstone, my gosh. Get rid of all this. Let's see, big fort. Okay, but like, what's the like? Oh, like the okay, well, yeah. I mean, okay, it's like the one in my country, but why is there all this like water down here? Like, what's the point of this like pit thing? Because it goes down. Like, it's not just like a. It's not like you're flattening this. It's like there's layers to it. I guess I don't know. Am I tripping? Is this supposed to be a mob farm or something? Oh, there's a. Oh, there's dripstone. That wasn't even rendering in. Oh, I see. So I guess this is going to be like a military thing, I guess, if it's supposed to be dripstone down here. Yeah, it doesn't even render in from the top. Does that do a lot of damage? Let's see. We tried to make it an insta-kill death pit. I don't think you can get insta-kill with just dripstone. Am I going to die if I fall onto that dripstone? I don't know how much damage it really does. Just test it. Yeah, just test it. Who cares? Ow. I mean, it does hurt, but it's not like too terrible, I guess. I don't know. You do have a lot of sandstone, though. That is a dude. Balk was actually ask Balk or DM him about sandstone because if you're not going to use this sandstone, Balk was like begging Rex for sandstone or something. Like he was trying to buy some, probably make some money off some sandstone. But yeah, this is a this would be an annoying pit to get into in a war, especially considering there's no elytras in there. I do see what you're saying. But is there going to be like an actual like castle around it? Like, okay, so like, I'm trying to think of the plan here. Like, you build something around this, but how does this factor in? Like, is there just a hole in the castle floor or something? You just fall into it? Just fall into here and die? Oh yeah, the whole point of the stream, we are going to turn this into ice. We never even did it. He got this thing turned into ice, which I'm glad about. Is this more chests? I could have sworn there wasn't this many chests. Must have put more. But the pit had to kill Vitality 5 plus a God Apple. Yeah, sadly, I don't think. Dang, that's a lot of cobblestone. Goodness. Yeah, Vitality 5, I will say though, if you swap to an Elytra, you're not at full health all the time. Like it's a big food drainer. So in a war, you probably can't count on someone being at full vitality the entire war. But I mean, even if it gets them low, I think that's still worth building the pit. You know, it's still a distraction. Okay, I like this. I need to replace the wall, though. Yeah, we need to start tearing this up, getting it replaced. Probably we could probably start by tearing up this railroad thing. Sad to see it go. I spent so much time on this. I was really disappointed that plug-in didn't work out the way I thought. Because honestly, this whole ice road could have been a railroad if it wasn't for the fact that that plug-in is kind of busted. Which it still isn't bad, but you basically have to go in a straight path with no curves, no incline, no nothing. And if you hit a bend, you're screwed. You just go flying off. Um, so it's like you could get just a straight stretch, but even then, I think technically ice is. I think it is faster still. I don't know. I'd have to look at the I'd have to look at the plugin description for this thing. But again, that yeah, it's just not a good plugin in general. Like you just kind of derail when you use this thing. It's really weird. They didn't design it right because I think the way they designed it is they had it like you're almost. Oh, I don't want to fall in there. Like they have it designed almost like you're teleporting in front of where you're supposed to go. So when you reach a bend, you like teleport past the bro. Oh my goodness, that's a terrible voice crack. You like teleport past the bend and then like derail or something. It's really weird. So we're just gonna funnel people into the center and then blend them with impaling five tridents. That does sound good. Get them with the tridents. Tridents are honestly a really good strategy. Since I banned Riptide though, or like if your trident has Riptide, that's not like not allowed or anything. But in a war, you can't like Riptide away. A lot of people stop carrying tridents in war, but it's like no, they're still really useful because I'm telling you, you get someone in the water, and it is like you get a immediate like clear advantage. It's almost a death trap trying to flee to the water. Water is very dangerous to be in, especially if you're fighting a player with very high CPS or something that can click really fast. That just completely tears your defense to shreds. Yeah, man, this underwater tunnel. I will say, I am still proud of this tunnel, though. Like, this tunnel took forever to build and cost an insane amount of glass, deep slate, but I mean, it's worth it, honestly. Even if it's getting replaced with ice, I think it's still worth it. Like, this tunnel really did make me pretty proud. Like, I'm a big fan of this tunnel. So I'll probably get it filled with ice, and then I'll probably get UN cheese to do the water thing. Or I might just look at how you do it and copy it. But I don't think we're gonna do it this stream. I'm just tearing this up just cause. But I'll bet next stream we'll probably get started on this because we have basically all the ice. Maybe rounded up to a full shulker. Yeah, probably rounded up to a full shulker. But yeah, we don't really need any other building material besides ice and also deep slate to finish some of the like unfinished walls on certain parts of the road. But anyways, all right. So that is probably gonna do it for the stream tonight. It's a giant. Also, it's a giant and tall. Okay, well yeah, that'll also kind of help as well too. But anyways, I'm gonna go in the stream. I'm getting really tired. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm yawning quite a bit. So we're going for 2 hours and 13 minutes. That's pretty good. So anyways, if you are interested in joining the server, we have the link in the pinned comments. You can also, I don't think it's in the description actually. I was about to say you can look in the description. But yeah, no, just click the link in the pinned comments. That'll take you to the Discord. From there, all the instructions on how to join the server will be there. Essentially, you just got to ask me and I'll add you to the whitelist. Please like, subscribe, share with everyone. Trying to get back to 400 subscribers. I got a weird community that keeps on subbing. But anyways, I had a good day. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.